to the Pulse of Spokane. Join us for the latest in news, views, and conversation with community leaders. The Pulse of Spokane is brought to you in part by Homes for You, Well Dressed Walrus, and Spokane Firefighters Local 29. Now, put your finger on the Pulse of Spokane.
Well, welcome to the Pulse. My first guest is J.J. Brown. Should I dare ask what the J.J. stands for?
It's Julia Jean, named after both of my grandmothers.
Okay.
J.J.
Keep them both happy and no fighting at the family parties.
Exactly.
You're with the Girl Scouts.
I am.
All right. And there's something happening this Saturday?
Yes, we have our Craft Beer Cookie Fest, which is a fundraiser for
So all the girls
Scouts.
in Girl Scouts are coming to this,
No,
right?
it is 21 and over only. So
okay.
it's not does not serve the girls.
I just wanted to make that point right up front.
I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
However, yeah, it is a fundraiser, so
Okay.
the community is absolutely welcome to join in as long as you are over the age of 21.
Okay.
But it should be a really great event. We're going to have some live music. We have 11 breweries that are local breweries joining us, and they've all paired either one of their beers or they've made one to match a cookie.
All right.
So one of our Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, fun.
So it's kind of a fun little taste challenge. There are awards at the end of it.
Ooh, boy.
So I'm very excited to...
Are there going to be Girl Scout cookies there?
Yes, lots.
All right.
Lots and lots
to
of
go
cookies.
down with the beer, right?
Exactly. So there'll be like kind of a voting situation happening. But along with the beer and cookies, we do have some other vendors that are going to be out there. So we have 2 food trucks coming, 11 breweries, lots of cookies, all in the Girl Scouts venue. So it's super exciting.
Oh boy.
We'll get some of our community members down to join us and just enjoy the night.
Will you be telling some Girl Scout stories and so forth, or will you be basically looking at fundraising?
We have the lovely Dana Marie from Creme coming to MC the event.
Okay.
And we're basically just going to be letting everyone enjoy the night, seeing where it takes us. But I'm sure that there will be maybe a Girl Scout song or two, or even some stories.
Maybe
told,
after a couple
absolutely.
beers. I'd love to see that video, right? Okay.
But it should be very fun. I'm very
Okay, so
excited about
it must cost an arm and a leg to get into this thing, right?
No, you can definitely buy your tickets online.
Okay.
You can just search it up at the Girl Scouts Facebook page. We're actually also doing a giveaway right now, so it will end on Thursday night when this airs.
Okay.
So be sure to go check us out on Facebook and see if you can snag those free tickets. But other than that, you can definitely follow the links and pay for your tickets and get them quick though, because they're kind of going. We're excited. We're going to have
that's not a problem.
over 150 people.
Don't complain with your mouth full, okay?
Exactly. I won't stuff it with cookies.
What's the cost?
The cost, let me see. I'm trying to find it on my cheat
It's a trick
sheet.
question.
Yeah, it might be too hard of a question for me to answer.
But I'll bet they can find it on the website, too.
Oh, they definitely can find it on the website.
Does anybody know? What is that, 25?
$25.
$25, okay.
There we go.
We have our cue card down the end of the row here giving us, but he did the
Important
he did the 5 and the 2 backwards and had to go for me to read it. Right? I love it.
25, not 52.
Well, you'll give him a bad time, won't you?
Oh, always.
Yeah, always. Okay.
No, but I'm very excited about it. A lot of this is going to fund camperships, so we're looking to send 107 girls to camp this summer for free of charge to help with those lower cost portions. And then we also are looking to outfit our STEM mobile.
Yes.
So we've
and that comes out soon, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. 2020 spring, it should be hitting the streets and serving those underprivileged areas as well as the regular Spokane community. It'll be a really great opportunity for those young ladies to
I
come
love that we have things like Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts and a number of youth programs in town. And
we all have a place.
Yeah, absolutely. And as an old YMCA kid and executive director, one of the things that always involved me and I loved the most was the camp experience.
Oh, it's the
And
best.
I was part of the LAY, and we were 26 branches, and I just stood up at one of our all branch meetings and so forth and said, I'm just curious. I kind of thought I knew the answer. How would the people in this room, all professional Y directors, how many of you got involved in the Y as a professional because of camping experience? And there probably were 400 people in there, and I bet maybe 5 didn't stand.
Isn't it amazing?
I mean, it is, I think the camping experience, the group camping experience like Girl Scouts and so forth, is so important. You learn skills you just don't in school.
Problem solving skills.
Yes. How to get along with people you had
definitely
didn't know them. They weren't in your neighborhood. They weren't in your class.
And they become your best friends in a week, and then you may never see
forever,
them
forever. But you,
it's insane. There are people who are important to you forever.
Absolutely.
But it's such a key role in building these girls of confidence and courage. And every day we get girls who are just so excited about.
Do you know that person who did for I think a couple years in a row the most cookie sales? Have you ever heard of her?
Miranda Reed, yes. Yeah. Very good family friend there.
Yeah, and
I consider her to be a mentee of mine.
Okay.
But she's done much more mentoring to me than I have to her. So.
She's terrific, but I didn't find out until she was in on our program a month or two ago that once you graduate from high school, you're not selling tickets anymore.
No,
I mean cookies.
She's employed though, so we kept her around. We really appreciate it.
And she's also starting in 2 weeks or so here, going to be our youth spotlight host. I think it's terrific.
It is wonderful. I mean, these Girl Scouts are just doing amazing.
It's her brother we have to watch out for, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know too much about him. But
Well.
All the brothers. My brother was actually on the show too with Boy Scouts, so it's kind of funny.
That's right.
Full circle.
That is right. Yes. And how is he doing?
He's wonderful.
He's
I'm
been
very proud of
on
him.
top of mountains.
Literally, Kilimanjaro just summited this summer. Yeah.
So
he's
is he
wonderful.
going to Eastern or what?
He's actually at the Falls, which is awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, we're super excited, and he's loving it so far. So
good.
A new college person in the house, I guess, but it's super fun.
Good.
And we're really.
I spent
excited
the first
about
couple years at a community college in California, so I think it's a great place to get started.
The best.
Yeah. Well, we're rated like #1 in the country.
Go
here.
Spokane.
Yeah.
Got to keep everyone.
Once more,
here.
people can go where to get tickets.
So you can go look at our Facebook page, and then you'll be able to follow the link to the tickets there. But I also have the exact link. It is bit.ly/CBCF Spokane 2019.
Oh, I'll remember that.
I know.
Right.
I know. Yeah. But you can definitely just you can even Google Craft Beer Cookie Fest Spokane, and
it'll come up today.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, this is terrific. Are you old enough to go?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
I am now.
Okay.
I have to think about it sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm actually 24, so we'll get out there.
You're over the hill
I'm
now.
volunteering though, so we'll see everybody else out there, and I'm super excited.
Well, thanks, JJ.
Thank you.
I can call you that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
All friends.
Thanks for all that you're doing for Girl Scouts and
Thank you.
the young ladies that are coming up. I think it's terrific. All right.
We're excited about it.
We'll be right back after this message.
Creative Music Learning Center, we are dedicated to your learning no matter where you are on your journey. Whether you are a beginner, a casual player, or need some brushing up on technique, we are here for you. When you begin lessons with us, our teachers take the time to understand what kind of learner you are and how we can help you further your knowledge, offering a variety of instruments including piano, guitar, voice, violin, and more. We are here and ready to get started with you. The economy is getting stronger, banks are lending again, and interest rates are at historic lows. Now is a great time to buy your dream home. The caring and knowledgeable professionals at Homes for You have been helping people just like you for over 20 years. They take the time to listen to what you want and will help you find just the right home in Washington or Idaho. Real estate is what we do at Homes for You, 928-5782, or visit online at homes4uspokane.com. Think of North Idaho Events as your business development advisor. We produce events of all kinds: trade shows, themed expos, fundraisers, corporate workshops, and more. We will discover the most appropriate event that your company can most opportunistically shine. We provide the platform to feature local businesses in front of a high quantity of their ideal customer. Share your story with April Howard over a cup of coffee so she can most appropriately guide you and your business into new heights and create a most mutually beneficial relationship.
Well, welcome back. I'm pleased to have as my guest and as a friend, Cindy Wendle. Now, that name is very familiar in Spokane because the Wendle family has been very involved in youth activities, school boards, and everything else. And you've been with your last name, middle name, I guess now, right? Chipman? Am I saying?
My maiden name.
Your maiden
Yes,
name?
yeah.
Okay, down in the Palouse area. So you were talking about coming to this program, and you drove in a Chevrolet here, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I understand Grandpa Wendle is not as happy with that because, a Wendle driving a Chevy. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But you got to stick with your side of the family tradition, right?
When we were first married, I was, to be honest, really excited to drive something other than a Chevrolet because all my life, you have to drive Chevrolets, and so then I got to drive a Nissan when we were first married, and then some Fords, and when we moved to Pullman, I started driving in Pullman, and I thought, driving by my dad's former dealership all the time, and I thought, I told Chet, I said, I think I need to switch back to driving Chevrolet.
No kidding. The things that we need to do in life, right?
Like,
keep our parents happy and so forth.
Yes, and so but then my father-in-law's been very, very gracious. I continue to drive my Chevy up here. And
Good.
Yeah.
I received an posting on Facebook, I believe it was, on Memorial Day. Do you remember what you did that day and what happened that day?
And we went out to the Veterans Cemetery on Memorial Day.
Well, you posted that you were running for office.
Oh, on Memorial Day.
On Memorial Day, because everybody's at home and so forth. I believe it was Memorial Day. And my wife looked over me because I said, finally. And my reaction was, finally we have a candidate who can move us from going so far left to business and take care of things in Spokane in what has been my term, left wing, worry about the world and everything else rather than taking care of business and families and so forth here in Spokane. Yeah. And I'm going, and I had to tell my wife, I said, we have hope. Because she's been asking me for 6 months or more before that, how can we turn this city around? And I said, I think we have some hope coming. I knew of some people planning to run for mayor and some other things, but I did not know you were going to run. Okay,
yes.
That was a surprise, and one of these days I will have a chat with your husband about why I didn't know ahead of time. Okay, but anyway.
We didn't know really either.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of one of those organic things that just happened.
The fact is, you have a background in managing businesses and properties. You have a background with Washington Trust Bank in terms of starting a branch down in Pullman, if I remember right.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
You've been involved in this community, but not as public, maybe as some folks. But I'm finally thinking that, and our focus here on our program is small business and community. Mm-hmm. And I thought, all right, we have a chance of winning and doing some good things in Spokane. What brought you to that point? Because you were living a very comfortable life with all the things going on. You've raised 3 boys.
Yes.
Last one's at home, right? And of course, well, four boys if you count Chud.
Chud, of course, right.
But I mean, all of that, you could have just sat back and not jumped in. But what prompted you to jump into this race? Because it takes guts.
It takes, yes, it definitely
Money
takes some
and guts. Yeah.
and a resolve to wake up every day and just be passionate about what I'm doing.
Yes.
I think that tipping point, because a lot of people will say, well, yeah, you kind of went from managing commercial real estate and hanging out with the kids and doing activities.
Right.
And I just felt like the community needed something. It was that gut feeling of something's missing. There's a lot of people that, at dinner conversations, at coffee shops, and we talk local politics, and it was just people felt like they didn't understand the direction. Yeah. And are they really listening to people? Because it doesn't sound like, it's not something I would have done. It seems that maybe there was a loud minority voice being heard and not necessarily of the majority.
Right.
And so then
we're worried about things like climate change and trains coming through and all the other things versus do we have a good and strong business climate? And some people will take credit for it. It's been the business community that's had to step up and do it, and they have. But we also need to not go to the council and beg for things, that there be a positive reception to encourage more business.
Yeah, and you look at the mission statement of the city.
Yeah.
And it's to provide safe and efficient, effective services and public safety. And so, in business and honestly in nonprofits and any strategic goal that any individual or business or organization has, it's remembering what that mission is.
Right.
And when
So
I go
true.
back to leading people and leading teams and knowing that starts every meeting, that you go back.
Yeah.
What are we here for?
Right.
What is our mission?
Right.
And when I take it all the way back there, I think that's what I think we're missing.
Right.
Is that knowledge every day in every committee meeting and every council meeting, just remembering why we're here, and
Right.
that is the priorities we need to focus on. And outdoor belling now, I can tell you, thousands of doors. It is, please keep this community safe.
Yes.
Please address some of the issues that are happening right now, which we definitely homelessness, roads and infrastructure still.
Yes.
But people, those are the things they want their city to do for them, and it's a refreshing reminder of that's why we're here, and to listen and bring those voices up.
I remember, I think it was 6 years ago when Jeff Holey was running for the first time as a representative in this district, and he was talking about crime on the streets and all that, and I said, Jeff, that's your term as a policeman. To us, as family people, it's our neighborhood safe? We come from the neighborhood. You come from being a detective and a cop on the street and all of that, and that's your language. But we that are going to vote out there come from, I want to live in a place where my family is safe. And that's really what it comes down to.
That
and who
comfort.
can help provide that leadership. What are the one or two top things, other than safety? Obviously you've covered that, but are really a priority to you?
Yeah, I think the top one though is making sure that people's voices are heard.
Okay. Okay.
Going out and learning and listening. And
Not
making
getting
sure-
mad and walking off.
No, there's honestly, I have ideas. But it's making sure that they're reflective of the people in Spokane.
Yeah.
And so, kind of making sure, and that's what I wanted to know. I wanted to have, and who is leading me as a constituent and as a
Right.
voter in my city, is somebody that I trusted, that was smart.
Yes.
But also knew when to listen more.
Yeah.
And when to put aside the political agendas
Yes.
and those
Right.
beliefs, and come to the city and realize, as a leader, this is my job.
We really are a
Supervise-
community.
Yes.
And a lot of, even those we disagree with, have a lot of the same interests. The neighborhood being safe and the streets and all of the others.
Yeah.
And that's what it's
The end
about.
goal is, and we talk about the tough conversations
Yes.
and people having different opinions.
Right.
I get so excited because I love to find where we agree.
Yeah.
Start from there.
Right.
Have those discussions, find out what the common goal is, and then kind of, usually it's the details. They're very strong opinions on details.
Yes.
But the overarching goal is usually very similar.
Fairly universal.
Yes, and
Yeah.
so if we focus there and make everybody feel good, confident, we're going to get there, we've got hope,
Right.
let's figure out these details. But again, remind ourselves what our mission is,
Right.
remind ourselves where we agree,
Right.
then those solutions come and they're great long-term
What's the biggest
solutions.
surprise since around Memorial Day for you and being a campaigner out there?
Being a candidate,
Yeah.
being I think learning how gracious people are.
Okay.
People in Spokane, I think we
You're getting
all
a good
know-
reception and
Oh my gosh, how
Yeah.
gracious we are and how much we want to help other people
Yeah,
in our community.
yeah.
But how involved people want to be in the process,
Yeah.
and they do want their voices heard.
Right.
So at the door, it's switching gears and thinking, this isn't about me telling people who
Right,
I am.
right.
It's me asking
Right.
what's important to you.
Well, sometimes we forget, as elected officials, sometimes that we're there to represent the community, not necessarily always to just lead. That we need to take in all of that and so forth.
Yes.
Cindy, I'm so happy, number one, for you to be here today. I'm happy personally and professionally to support you.
Thank you.
And more importantly, I'm so pleased for the future of the city of Spokane with you as president of the city council.
Oh, that
I'm
means
just-
the world to me. I
Yeah.
can't wait to get to work.
All right, I can't wait for you to get to work, okay?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with Sammy right after this.
I love Spokane. It's where I've raised my family and run our business. But lately, I don't recognize it. Crime and open drug use take more of our city and our citizens every day. But it's not too late. I'm Cindy Wendle. I'm running for Spokane City Council President because it's time to set aside political agendas and start putting people first. Join me on November 5th. Together, we can fix the problems we face instead of ignoring them. I'm Cindy Wendle, and I approve this message.
Spokane Realtors are dedicated to helping you find the right place to live. We're more than 2,000 strong, small business men and women guiding you through this most important purchase. We're also your neighbors, giving back thousands in volunteer hours to make our community a better place. We believe owning a home helps you live longer, with stronger families and better neighborhoods. That's who we are, ready to help you find your way home. Call one today.
Welcome back, Sammy Schneider. Did I say it right?
Schneider.
Yeah, I need
Like
the sh.
S-H,
I need
yeah.
the, okay.
It's
all right.
German.
German?
See?
All right. You took over and now run creative music out in the Spokane Valley.
Yeah, Creative Music Learning Center.
Yeah, you enjoying it?
We are. It's a lot to take on a business.
Yes.
And yeah, even though we took on an established business,
Right.
a lot of times, depending on how the business was run before you, it can kind of
Yeah, it can be
like
good
a
or
startup.
bad.
Yeah,
Yes,
it can,
yeah.
So we're kind of dealing with some startup
Yes.
type of problems, concerns, trying to get this place out into the community.
Yes.
Reminding everyone, or maybe even teaching people how important music is. You know, we're definitely in a world where people will invest a lot of money into certain things and not
Yes.
other things. And
Yes.
the arts are definitely
And they're really so important, whether it be other kind of art or music and so forth, in terms of our ability to start thinking, critical thinking, and everything else that goes with that.
Yes.
I have a wife who paints. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you gave me the tissue paper and a number 2 pencil, I would not be able to trace it.
No.
Okay, that just is not me. I can take the photographs, and I have of old ghost towns and stuff, and she can take that and paint. There's just no way. I admire her ability to see something and translate it.
Yeah.
I admire her ability to sit down at the piano and by ear play. Okay, she admits she's not a great reader of music, but she can do the
Sure.
by ear kind of thing. And I think that has really helped her. And I love the fact that she's restored an old upright piano, and we gave it to our now 12-year-old granddaughter, who has learned on the new systems that you can get on iPad and all of that.
Yeah,
And she's
yeah.
been, she's now ready to really take the lessons and
That's good.
and
Yeah.
get past
That's good,
the
because
basics.
That is something that that's a bump in
Yeah.
music teachers. That's kind of a something we're trying to get out of the way to let people know, like, yes, it's accessible to you.
Yeah.
At home.
And you don't have to pay a fortune to
And you
get
don't have
the
to pay a
one-on-one.
fortune for it.
Yeah.
However, it doesn't actually teach them the necessary fundamentals,
Right.
the technique,
Right.
the actually understanding the theory of the music.
And that doesn't have to cost much either, really. It can be very
It's
reasonable.
Not. It is. It's not bad at all, especially, if you're thinking that it might be for you, it might not be for you, or your kids.
Yeah.
That, people do offer like group lessons to kind of
Okay.
see if they like it.
Right.
But I love all of the science that's been coming out lately of they've been testing these groups of kids to show, what students do better with certain things in their
Yes.
life, with certain learnings, and music is on the top of that list.
Right.
If you are involved in music, arts, the list can go on and on, but music is at the top. If your child is involved in music of one way or another,
Right.
they will test higher.
Right.
They will absorb information faster, and somehow music
Helps
physically-
stimulate the brain and
Yes.
everything else, doesn't it?
It physically changes the way our brain is shaped.
Wow.
It's not just what our brain can do. It actually physically changes us. And so, that's what we're passionate about
Right.
at Creative Music. It's really helping these kids round out their lives,
Yeah.
be better human beings, be more susceptible to understanding.
And there's a reason why you see support for music, the symphony and
Yes.
arts and everything else from some of
Yes.
the real, what I would call smart people, because they've used that part of the brain
Yes,
and so
yeah.
forth. Some of our most successful leaders in Spokane
Yes.
have experienced the art
Yeah,
and
they're
so forth.
musically inclined,
Because
yeah.
it does
It's-
affect them
it does.
and so forth. Now, what instruments do you help teach?
Oh yeah, great question. We do have a variety.
I'm going to guess more than piano.
We do, yeah. It is more than piano. So we do obviously piano. We also do a lot of guitar. We have
Okay.
2 guitar teachers with us.
Oh, wow.
And one of our guitar teachers also teaches ukulele. It's kind of a fun little
Yes,
instrument
yes.
that some people are interested in. Mandolin. Not a lot
Okay.
of people play the mandolin anymore. And we do that. We also have violin and
Okay.
viola lessons.
Yes, yeah. One of my daughters did the violin years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. We also have voice.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, that counts me out.
You know, I tell everybody, everybody can sing. The music is all about
Yeah.
you.
Well,
It's
but
not necessarily about what the world is going to say.
back when I was about your age, I ran some camps and we would do campfire at night. And the way I would get the kids to sing loud is, if you don't want to hear me, you have to sing louder than I do. And it raised the volume, I don't know how many decibels, but a lot.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And that's funny. That is something I use in the voice lesson.
Yeah.
So I teach voice.
Okay.
I have a degree in vocal performance.
Oh, wow.
And so that's what I teach. And a part of getting these kids this confidence of, can I sing? Do
Yeah.
I know how to sing? Is I'm going to sing with you, and you have to figure out how to be louder than me. You have to
Okay.
be able to hear
Yeah.
yourself over me. And that's a really fun tool to use
Yes.
for them to
Yes.
be able to really progress with their instrument that's a part of your body.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's pretty fun.
Yeah, and
We're-
I don't care if you sing great or bad or whatever.
Oh, no.
I think, like a campfire experience is a perfect place to have some fun and be off key if you need to be, because there are enough other people around that will balance that off and so forth.
Right.
But I think to get out there and to have some fun and so forth. Sammy, how can people find you and come out and experience? Can they just come out and watch even? If they make an appointment, or can they? How do you
Yeah.
tell me how people can access what you
absolutely.
offer?
We are on all social platforms.
Okay.
Obviously, we have a website.
Welcome to the 21st century,
Exactly.
right? Yeah.
So obviously, creativemusiclearningcenter.com.
Okay.
Very easy.
Okay.
Very easy to remember.
Right.
Obviously, Google. We have Facebook. We're on Instagram.
Okay. You're out in the valley, if I remember right.
We're out in the valley. I'm just off Sullivan and Sprague.
Okay.
Next to Fred Meyer right there.
Okay, that's easy to find.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah, we are. We have a great location. It's
Good.
very easy. It's close to a bunch of the neighborhoods. So if you're out there, you can
Right.
always just come in. I'm usually there
Okay.
all day.
Okay.
And, there to answer questions
Sure.
and answer the phone. But we actually have an event in November that's coming
Oh, well,
up.
let's talk about that.
Yeah, we're going to do a kind of a grand reopening.
Okay.
So it's just going to be more or less kind of an open house.
Okay.
For everybody, we're just going to be open for a certain amount of time.
So they can
You
come in and talk to
come.
teachers and everything
they
else.
can find out kind of what we're about. They
Oh,
can
wow.
see our facilities,
Yes.
see kind of what we have to offer.
Right.
Most of our teachers will be there.
Okay.
The teachers will actually be performing.
Ooh,
so,
okay.
if anybody is interested in, do
A
these
certain
people know what they're
instrument.
talking
Yeah,
about?
yes.
Yeah,
They better do it right.
Right. Do they have the ability
Yeah.
to play? Are they are they teaching
Right. But
good techniques? So
Yeah.
that's kind of an exciting thing that we're going to do.
now, when is that?
Yeah, it is November 16th. It's a
Okay.
Saturday.
All right.
And we're going to do that from 11 until 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Just kind of a day thing. You
Just
can
drop
pop
in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. And like I said, our teachers are going to be performing.
Oh, fun.
I'm super excited. There's going to be
Oh.
games and probably some prizes. And
Okay.
yeah, if you sign up on that day, there will be some discounts or,
Ooh, so it's worth coming.
Yes,
if
yes,
for no other
definitely.
reason.
Yes,
Yeah.
just trying to get into the school.
Yeah.
There will be good way for you to kind of introduce your kids
Right,
into
right.
the fun that they can have.
Now, are
with
almost
music.
everybody kids that come there, or do you have a few
no,
older kids?
we do have adults.
Okay.
Most of my voice students are high schoolers.
Okay.
So I'm helping them through solo ensembles and that kind of
Right,
stuff.
right.
We would love to see just more a variety. We do have a lot of younger kids, starting with basic piano.
Right.
Some of them do violin at a very young age.
Right.
But all in all, we're really spread out. There's all different kinds of
Well,
learners, and
The important thing is to come out on Saturday, the 16th, from
Yeah.
11 to 3.
11 to 3.
Okay, I got
11
it.
to 3.
The old guy
You did.
remembered. Not,
Yeah,
not
you
bad,
did.
huh? Okay,
Yeah.
and you're on all the social media, so all of that
Yeah.
information is going to be up there.
Exactly. All of that's out.
yeah.
It'll be on our website. And honestly, I mean, we are a small business,
Right.
and so a lot of getting it out there is word of mouth.
Yes,
So
yes.
If you know someone who's interested in any type of music
Well, and if
lessons,
you're going to take your kids, maybe you take the neighbors or your grandkids
exactly,
and so forth.
yeah.
And-
You have a friend that
Yeah.
you want to take, with, like,
Right.
bring them and just see what it's about. It's going
Yeah.
to be so much fun. Our
Thanks.
teachers are really excited to
Fun.
get out there and show everyone
Right in the middle of
what
the
we
month
have.
too, so easy time to remember before we
Yes,
get to Thanksgiving
exactly.
and all of
Yep.
that. So, and
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe good opportunity to buy some lessons for Thanksgiving and Christmas too.
Yes, yeah, yep.
Okay.
We will have some
All right.
kind of package things for
Okay.
getting started. It's gonna be
Again, the
great.
name of the place is
Creative Music Learning Center.
out in the valley. They're on all the social media. Thanks, Sammy.
Thanks.
That's so fun to see you provide that service in town.
Thank
because
you.
we're not having enough of it at our schools and other places. So
Yeah.
it's important
Yes.
to seek.
Yeah,
Seek
I know.
you out.
A lot of the teachers in Spokane are working really hard to do that. But
Yeah.
sometimes it just takes that extra little.
It does. It does.
little
And they
working.
can't maybe get the one-on-one
Exactly.
opportunity that you know
Exactly.
that you can provide versus
Yes.
in a classroom setting and so forth. Thank you. Thanks for watching, and we appreciate the opportunity to do today's program at the Spokane Civic Theater. Look them up. Book some tickets for you and your family. Thanks. Have a great day, everybody.
Produced in Spokane, Washington by SpokaneTalksMedia.com, which is solely responsible for its content. The Pulse of Spokane is brought to you in part by Homes for You, Well-Dressed Walrus, and Spokane Firefighters Local 29. Ask the host a question, recommend a guest, or hear this program again on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com.